All right, welcome to Andrew Broussard Watercolors. Today we have Lexington Gray made by Noodlers on various types of paper. Just finished writing them out. Now we're going to go through them and see if there's any water resistance that takes place right away. This is something that people had said online in response to the Noodler's Heart of Darkness test. So first, we'll start out with the Rhodia paper. Now, I don't know what Rhodia paper is made out of, and I don't use it for art purposes because of that. But water resistance might be if you write a letter and you're drinking coffee or something like that, you have water nearby, you might want to see if it has that ability. It's spreading around some. It's looking a little brownish. Let me grab another brush just in case that brush was contaminated. It may have been my my brush, but it is pushing some ink around with scrubbing. So if you were to write a letter or something like that on Rhodia paper, you're not going to have any real issues with it. So it serves the purpose of water resistance there. And I think that's more than good enough for fountain pen ink on Rhodia paper. I was really amazed at how quick it dried on it compared to other inks that I've used in the past. So Rhodia paper, if you're going to write a letter, Lexington Gray is good. This is some cheap paper. When I was tearing it out in the last video, I tore it. So let's see how it is water resistance wise. You wouldn't be applying watercolor or washes here. It did feather some on this paper, and I'm putting large quantities of water on this paper. There'd be no reason to ever deliberately do this. But on cheap paper, if you were to write on it and use Lexington Gray, it's not coming off. And that's a good thing. Okay, now it's on to the art papers. This is Strathmore paper. This is for drawing. It does not specify the composition. It's the 400 series, and I'm not quite sure what the 400 series is for Strathmore, but it's quite common. These smears up here are just like kind of initial. We had wrote, spread our finger across it just to see. Honestly, not really moving anything around. If you were to, and this paper isn't really meant for water to be applied for it since it's for drawing. Does it specify anything with ink? Illustration of final drawings. Ideal surface for any dry media, suitable for pen and ink. Yeah, so if you were to use this paper for a dip pen and calligraphy and ink wash, it would work with Noodler's Lexington Gray. So that's really cool to see. We'll even do it over the Strathmore, the word. You can even grab this squirrel mop and really just go into town on it. Maybe there's a little bit of movement, but for what it is, that's really cool. Next up, we have the Bockingford paper. This is 100% alpha cellulose. We found in the Heart of Darkness tests that the alpha cellulose performed better. It did perform better with diluted Noodler's Heart of Darkness, but I would have no reason to dilute the Lexington Gray. So let's see, scrubbing along. maybe a little bit, but honestly, I don't think it's noticeable. We got Hammy in the other room. Hammy! Yeah, Hammy. So, I would say maybe a little bit. It's had maybe 10-minute drying time, but for all purposes, I don't think it's a big deal. I'm looking through the camera to see if you could really see any difference. You could see where I applied the water in that circle right there. I'm going to bring it closer. I don't know if it's going to auto adjust. Yeah, I don't think we have anything changing. That's a good sign. That's really cool. All right, Stonehenge Aqua, and with the Stonehenge Aqua, I'll bring it, excuse me, close to the camera as well after I apply. So this is 100% cotton. This is what I prefer. For me, it just handles water the best. 100% cotton with watercolors and whatnot. I'm going to do this half right here. Kind of scrub it in. Let's bring it up close. So this smearing up here is from my finger earlier. This circle right here is the applied water. Let me do a quick pause and dry this off, and then we'll see if there's any change there. Okay, I dried it off with a blow dryer. Right in this region here was where the water was. It probably doesn't show through on camera at all. So for the purposes of sketching and then or drawing and doing a wash of watercolor on top, I really don't think it's going to affect your final product unless you're going for super pure. So maybe there's a little bit there, but I'm just, compared to our Heart of Darkness test, on cotton paper and on alpha cellulose paper, Lexington gray wins hands down. Compared to the Heart of Darkness, in regards to the blackest and the darkest, you could see hands down that the Noodler's Heart of Darkness wins. But Lexington gray, just a fantastic ink. I hope you enjoyed. If there's anything you'd like me to do or experiment with, any other things you think that I should address, let me know. I'm going to, I believe, I'm going to do a time-lapse sketch with the Lexington gray and this pen, and I'll have that video up soon. So, please like, subscribe, follow, and I will talk to y'all. Have a good day.